Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Stella Beauty Tarot back at you again with another video. I would like to thank each and every one of you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and donating to my channel. I really do appreciate all the love and all the support. And thank you for those of you who've been booking readings with me. It is truly appreciated, okay? So guys, your girl's Patreon channel is up and running. So if you would like to support your girl, you'll be able to find a link in the description box below. I do post 2 exclusive videos per week, so go check it out if you feel called to. Now, before we dive in, if you've been loving the energy here, I have created a collection of spiritual ebooks and printable workbooks to help you along your journey. From manifestation rituals to love journal prompts, these tools are designed to help you align, heal, and rise. You'll be able to find a link in the description box below or on my Patreon channel under the shop tab. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be about how do people from your past perceive you now. So pile number 1, you're going to be the chick eraser. Pile number 2, the owl eraser. And pile number 3, the lion eraser. So again, pile number 1, chick eraser. Pile number 2, owl eraser. And pile number 3, lion eraser. So pause this video if you must and meditate on the card or the eraser that you feel most drawn to. You'll be able to find your timestamps in the description box below, and I'll see you guys at your pile. Hi Pawan! Welcome to my channel. This is Stella Beauty Tarot back at you again with another video. So my pal number 1, you picked the chick eraser, and this is going to be your reading, okay? So my pal number 1, how do people from your past perceive you now? How do they perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? We have the King of Cups. Okay, so they perceive you now as being emotionally regulated. And of course, it's probably the people that had you dysregulated that now perceive you like that. I feel like when you were around these people from your past, they used to do things to get a reaction out of you, or they would say things to hurt you, purposely hurt you, and then if you were to react, they would be like, "Oh, like why are you so sensitive? Like why are you acting like that?" They knew exactly what they were doing. They're purposely doing these things to get under your skin, to make you look like you're crazy. Okay? They would say things like in front of other people to provoke you. Okay? I feel like you come from a past of people with a lot of like narcissistic and sociopathic behaviors, okay? How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? How do they perceive you now? Ooh, 5 of Swords. They're not happy. They want to beef. They perceive you as a threat. You're a threat to their identity. There's definitely someone from your past with the 5 of Swords that wants to cuss you out. There's someone who has like is hostile towards you. Somebody from your past is definitely hostile. This is somebody maybe in your family, okay? Somebody that you no longer talk to, somebody that you're distancing yourself from. How do people from your past? What? 7 of Swords. They perceive you as someone who is maybe sneaky, deceptive. But I'm getting with the 7 of Swords, strategic. You're just strategic. You strategically removed yourself from these people's lives, and you're no longer interested or invested in these people. That's what I'm getting here. How do people from your past perceive you now? Just one card, please, Spirit. How do they perceive you now? How do they perceive you now? We have the Wheel of Fortune. They perceive you as being lucky, chosen. With the Wheel of Fortune, there's some sort of expansion going on around you. You're finally getting what you deserve. Like, you've been working really hard towards your goals, dreams, and aspirations. You may have had like a lot of setbacks because of said people, because they were sending you negative energy with the Five of Swords. They were definitely plotting against you for your demise, or just to slow you from reaching your full potential, but you're getting there. So how do people from your past perceive you now? We have the Hermit card. So with the Hermit card, they perceive you as someone who is grounded, someone who is in touch with your higher self. Because like, if you look at the Hermit, he's meditating, right? It's a woman, so she's like meditating, right? So there's an energy of you being like in your own element, at peace, at ease. Now that you've distanced yourself from these people, they know, people from your past, they definitely perceive you as more sovereign, a lot more regulated. Like I said, emotionally regulated, emotionally wise. Like, you have made different decisions for yourself in order to be in the position that you are today. So, like, the decision that you made in the past may have had a negative impact on your life because these people were influencing your decisions. Now that you finally like moved away from these people, and you're like, focusing on yourself, pouring back into you in your self-care, these people are in their feelings, okay? Because your life is progressing in a way that they were not expecting. So how do people from your past perceive you now? We have the King of Swords. So with the King of Swords, they perceive you as being mentally sharp, mentally agile. Some of them, they could perceive you as being cold, emotionally detached, or just there's an element of them like feeling like you're unattainable, or you're too strict or direct in your communication with the King of Swords. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? Ooh, we have the Star. You could be an Aquarius here. We have Aquarius, we have Sagittarius, and we also have Virgo. So you could be any of those signs, but they perceive you as being authentic or original, like quirky. Maybe like in the past you were labeled as weird or strange, but now it's like your strangeness and your weirdness is what's in style. Now they want to get like you. Now they want to be on your bandwagon. Like, now they want to give you your props, but it's like you're like, I'm good, yo. You're authentic, you're original, you're inspiring, okay, you're influential. How do people from your past perceive you now? We have the Lovers, okay? So we have three mutable signs here. So they perceive you as someone who is in alignment with your higher self. A lot of people from your past may have not seen the value in you at the time that they had access to you. Now that you're no longer available to these people, they are upset with the fact that your life is in alignment, okay? Your life is going somewhere. You're making tremendous progress because you know where you're headed. You're not lost in the sauce like they are, okay? You're not running around in circle doing the same thing with the same people and not seeing any results, okay? So how do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past? We have the Two of Pentacles. They perceive you as someone who is capable with the Two of Pentacles, someone who has multiple skill sets and talent, somebody who's able to juggle multiple things at once without dropping the ball. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past, just one card, please. How do people from your past perceive you now? Ooh, wish fulfillment, desirable. Now I'm telling you, now they want to get like you, or they want to be with you. So you have people from your past friends, lovers that now want to circle, they want to spin the block on you. They want to come back. They want to make amends, okay? But a lot of them, They're only doing that because you're doing good, I swear. If you were not doing good, if you were like, still at the bottom, okay, or still struggling, they would not even be checking for you. They would not, okay? But they see you as wish fulfillment. That's how they perceive you now. Or like you're getting your heart's desire. Like life is good. Life has been good to you as it should be. Oh, how do people from your past? We have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, emotional contentment, happiness. You're definitely somebody's wish fulfilled. There's a lot of people from your past that are reminiscing about the good old days, but the good old days were beneficial for them, not for you. You were getting the shorter end of the stick when you were around these people. But the moment that you've distanced yourself from these people and you redirected your energy elsewhere, things has been blooming for you. How do people from your past? We have the Page of Swords. They perceive you as being observant with the Page of Swords, sharp, like a lot more intelligent and agile, mentally agile that they had initially thought, because you were clocking them the whole time. Like they're realizing that you were never naive. How do people from your past perceive you now? They perceive you as a threat again and competition with the Five of Wands. They want to get like you. You are the blueprint now. Initially in the past, they may have dismissed you or overlooked you. They were like kind of mean or nasty towards you. They would say things on backhanded compliment. You may have had somebody who was very controlling or like a bull, like ugh, this person, whoever this person is, they were like the ringleader. They were such a bully. They were really nasty with their words. This is somebody who they may not be as attractive, physically attractive. I'm not trying to be mean, but this is somebody who may not be physically attractive. Not just their body, but even their looks. Like I'm not trying, like I said, I'm not trying to be mean, but this is not somebody who's not like, they're not conventionally attractive. Like this is not somebody that people would say, oh my God, she's so beautiful or he's so handsome. It's more like someone, like they have to try hard. Like they put down people that are attractive. This is like, oh my God, I don't want to say that word, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it because it's really mean. It's like it's not a mean word, but like well, it's not even a word. It's like a made up word, but it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna say it. But this person is just not. Whoever this person is, they're not really attractive. Like they don't get attention like that. And if they get attention, it's not because of their looks, for sure. It's not because of that. It's because of something else. And this person could be in their feelings because of that. So, how do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? We have the Six of Pentacles. There's an element of generosity over giving. Like they perceive you as someone who has been blessed by the gods. Like they feel like it's unfair because they feel like you've over received, or like the blessings wasn't evenly distributed. But it's like blessings don't work like that. It's not like one size for everyone, like the same blessings for everyone. No, blessings don't get distributed like that. And somebody or some people from your past, they may perceive you as like someone who gets a lot, or maybe somebody who receives too much. What is, ooh, the King of Swords again. They perceive you as being like a bitch or a hole because you're upholding a boundary. You're being stern or strict or stoic, okay? You may have had people from your past trying to return, like I said, because I keep getting like an energy circling you, orbiting you, okay? People from your past orbiting you, but they can't penetrate your orbit. They could just like, just go around you like vultures, but they can't penetrate your fortress. Okay, there is like you have a some sort of protection around you. Like these people can't reach you, they can't call you, they can't see you, like they don't know where you live. Like you've created a life where you're super protected, okay? But they perceive you as being a bitch or a hole, or too cold or stoic with the King of Swords. It's here twice. Okay, we have the Hierophant, so you could be a Taurus here. They perceive you as like, somebody who is established with the Hierophant, somebody who is well liked within your community, or someone that has built something solid for yourself. There's an element of respect here with the Hierophant. Okay, you're definitely being respected for your contribution, but they don't like the fact that it's you. Okay, they just don't like the fact that it's you. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? Just one card, please, Spirit. How do they perceive you now? Just one card, please. We have, ooh, the Empress. Okay. Grown up. Okay. Abundant, beautiful, luxurious. Yeah, they know that you've leveled up. They know that. They could see it. They're jealous of it. They're envious of your glow up because we have the Nine of Cups, but that's how they perceive you. Like life has been good to you. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? Ooh, Queen of Pentacles, independent, self-sufficient, capable, competent. Maybe they didn't think that you were going to make it this far. Yeah, I feel like they thought that you were going to crumble and fall because they couldn't keep up. How do people from your past perceive you now? Because there are a lot of them that are competing with you. Yeah, they perceive you as someone who is excelling, who is accelerating in life, somebody who is making tremendous progress, someone who's going places. Okay, they perceive you as someone who is bold, somebody who's courageous, somebody who takes action, initiative. Okay, ambitious. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? We have the Knight of Cups, charming, sympathetic, but they perceive you as a smooth operator. Like they feel like things came to you easily. Yeah, they feel like it was easy peasy for you. Like you didn't have to struggle. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do they perceive you now? We have the Six of Swords. Like they perceive you as somebody who has moved on to calmer waters. You left them behind. Like they know that you're no longer like invested in them or investing in like wanting to reconcile, be around them, thinking about them. Like you seem like you've progressed to the point where their opinion and their value, like their expectation no longer has an impact on your life. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people, yeah, they perceive you as being lucky with the Wheel of Fortune being here twice. There's something expensive, luxurious about you, but there's like luck. They feel like you're lucky. They perceive you as being lucky because you're no longer in the same position that they last left you. But these same said people, they're still doing the same thing. There's no progress, there's no forward movement. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do they perceive you? Wow, Five of Wands again. They're envious and jealous of your abundance. We have the Empress here, but we also have the Wheel of Fortune twice. There's a lot of envy and a lot of competition. They perceive you as competition or as a threat. Like there's clashing of expectation. Like you guys and these people from your past do not get along anymore. Like you guys are not in alignment anymore. Like you don't resonate with these people, but they definitely perceive you as a threat, as competition. How do people from your past perceive you now? Ooh, Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Hardworking. You have amazing work ethics, meticulous, dedicated, craftsmanship, discipline. That's how they perceive you now. Like they know that what you got, even though they want to say that you're lucky with the Wheel of Fortune because everything is happening for you, like you are in alignment, they could respect the work ethics behind it with the Eight of Pentacles. So how do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past? We have the Chariot. Yeah, structured and disciplined, strong will, dedicated. Okay. They know that you put in the work. You're not lazy. Okay. I'm getting also self-directed. So that's all I have for you, my pal number one. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video, pal number one. Bye. Hi, pal two. Welcome to my channel. This is Stella Beauty Tarot back at you again with another video. So my pal number two, you picked the Owl Eraser. And this is going to be your reading, okay? So, my pal number two, how do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? We have the Nine of Cups. Wow, the Nine of Cups came out for pile number one, but it wasn't the main energy. For you, it's the main energy. They perceive you as wish fulfillment. There is a lot of regret surrounding you. When you're being brought up in conversation with people from your past, the perception of you has changed tremendously. A lot of people that thought that you were insignificant are now seeing the value that you brought to the table. A lot of people from your past are regretting the way that they treated you because now they're seeing you as wish fulfillment. The person that they should have had on their team, the real winner on their team, the real one on their team that they've neglected, the one that had their back, the one that was there to support them, the one that was like, the real one. Like now, like all of said and done, like all these people from your past are now like in their feelings about the fact that you're doing amazing with the Nine of Cups, you're getting your wish fulfillment, your life seems to be stable, your life seems to be abundant, and you're not looking like you're struggling like they are. You're living a life of luxury or you're building a life of luxury. Okay, the Eight of Cups wanted to come out. How do people from your past perceive you now? Yeah, emotionally sovereign, okay, emotionally regulated, emotionally intelligent, loving, and nurturing. A lot of people are looking for you in other people. So you have exes, friends, family members that are looking for the same experience that they had with you in others, and they're not receiving it. They're not getting it. They know that they could only get it from you. How do people from your past perceive you now? Wow, we have the Nine of Swords. I'm telling you, there's a lot of regret, anxiety, nervousness, sleepless nights. When they think of you, their perception of you has changed. Like now they're realizing the errors of their ways, like what they've done. A lot of them are ashamed. They would never admit it to you, that, there is like an element of regret of how they treated you, what they did to you, what they said to you. A lot of them, they're just like removing themselves from the situation altogether. There could be like trying to like they're trying to orchestrate a way for them to meet you and like kind of like bump into you at by like coincidence, but really in actuality it was like orchestrated by them, so that way they could apologize to you. You do have somebody from the past that wants to circle back. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do they perceive you now? Just one card, please, Spirit. How do they perceive you? We have the Three of Wands. Yeah, they perceive you as a trailblazer, somebody who's paving the way. You're doing something totally different than what the people from your past are accustomed to. The people from your past are not like, they're not really open the way that you're open to exploring different avenues. These are the type of people that keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and then expecting a different result, and they're not understanding that it's their ways, their habits, their practices that are causing them to feel stuck or trapped in a dead end situation. While you are making progress, you're moving forward, you are excelling. How do people from your past? Wow. See, the Eight of Cups wanted to come out and it came out. Okay, so with the Eight of Cups, they perceive you as emotionally detached, emotionally unavailable, emotionally unattainable. Like you're no longer emotionally invested in these people, and they know that the access that they initially had is no longer available to them because you have checked out completely with the Eight of Cups. How do people from your past perceive you now? We have the Three of Pentacles. They perceive you as someone who is dedicated to self-improvement with the Three of Pentacles. Your reputation definitely precedes you. You really are who you say you are. You were not pretending. It was not a gimmick. Like, some people, they pretend to be something that they're not, but they can't keep up with the facade, right? They can't keep up for a long period of time, like the act that they put on. But you are someone who was always improving, always leveling up, always like working on yourself. And a lot of them, they're like kind of shocked with the progress that you've made so far. Okay, you're progressing at a rapid rate that they're not used to it. So how do people from your past perceive you now? We have the hangman. Yeah, they perceive you as someone who is different. You stepping outside of the norm. You see things from a different perspective with the hangman. You could be a Pisces here, don't have to be. There's so many avenues or different ways that you could like proceed in life. You have so many opportunities that are available to you. They may perceive you as being lucky. How do people from your past perceive you? How do they perceive you now? Oh, Eight of Swords. There's a lot of mental anxiety, mental anguish, depression when it comes to you. Not that you are depressed. They don't perceive you as being depressed, but the thought of you just being thinking about you invoke those feelings. There is a perception that not all is what it seems with you, that there's more to you, there's more than that's going on, and it makes them it's unnerving because they cannot associate you with a specific thing or a specific chapter because you're continuously evolving. And that's unnerving for a lot of them because change is not something that they are accustomed to. How do people from your past perceive you now? Wow, Three of Cups. We have 333, mind, body, and soul. They definitely perceive you as somebody who is in alignment, okay, with your mind, body, and soul. You're operating in full capacity or your integrity is intact, but they perceive you as someone who is loving, nurturing. Like I said, you were the one that was always there for these people, especially past friends that are now still doing the same thing. They're not seeing any results or any success in their life. They're maybe they could be in the Nine and the Eight of Swords. I feel like this is not your energy. This is the energy or the feelings that you invoke in others when they are comparing themselves to your current like situation, your life, where you are going. Even if you're not where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be either. Like you're kind of like in not necessarily limbo, but more in like a transitionary period where your old life is shedding and your new life is commencing. Okay, it's beginning for you. And with the Three of Cups, the way that you're being perceived right now by the people from your past is that there's an element of joy, happiness. Like there's a memory of like how things used to be. People are reminiscing about you a lot. Okay, so how do people from your past perceive you now? We have the moon. Yeah, that you're mysterious. A lot of Piscean energy, illusion. Okay, there's more to you, very mysterious, mystical, magical. They know that there's so many layers to you that they're not seeing, but it's like positive. Okay, so how do people from your past? Oh, we have the Strength card, Leo energy. And if you are a Leo and it's your birthday today, happy birthday. Okay. So with the Strength card, they perceive you as being courageous, bold, sovereign, because you walk to the beat of your own drums. Okay. A lot of those people may have clowned you before because they didn't understand your path. Your path was different. Your path was unique. It was scarier because it was like the path less traveled. So no one has walked your path before. No one has walked a mile in your shoes. Like they don't know like how much it took of you to travel alone, and now they're seeing the results of your steps. Okay, and a lot of them, they're envious of that. So how do people from your past perceive you? We have the Knight of Cups. They perceive you now as someone who's emotionally balanced, somebody who is charming, sympathetic. Now they're starting to see the soft side of you that they may have dismissed in the past. Like I said, a lot of them, they might be looking for you in other people. So how do people from your past perceive you? Just one, please. How do people from your past perceive you? Just one. How do people from your past perceive you? Ooh, we have the star. The star came out for pound one as well. Okay. Unique, authentic, influential. You're definitely influential, influencing people from your past to go after their dream. Like you're showing them that it's not too late. A lot of them, they have given up on themselves, given up on their body, given up on their goals, their dreams. Okay. Because maybe you're not necessarily that you're old, but maybe you are older, right? Maybe you are in your late 30s, early 40s, 50s, okay? 60s even. So, and you're still have that vitality to you. You still have that zest for life. You still have that passion. Like, you don't care about like how old you are. You're not like, oh well, I'm 40 now, so I can't do this. Like, it's like for you, it's like, what the heck? No, I'm gonna do this, like, because that's what I want to do. And you're inspiring people to do the same, especially people from your past. Okay, so that's how they perceive you. How do people from your past perceive you now? What do we have here? How do people from your past perceive you now? We have the Two of Cups. Ooh, you definitely have somebody who is like, you're the one that got away. Mm-mm. Somebody wish they never played in your face. Somebody wish they never let you go. Because they may have chosen someone else over you. And now, like, the person that they've chosen is this person's demise. Like, now they're struggling. With you, they were actually excelling, but maybe they were not excelling as fast. But I feel like whoever this person is was like, they were draining you. And the moment that you've let them go, you start progressing in life, while this person started to, like, I don't know why, her deteriorate. Something about this person's health. They may be going through some sort of sickness right now. So how do people from your past perceive you now? Yeah, Eight of Wands came out for pound number one as well. They perceive you as someone who is bold, somebody who is accelerating, somebody who is moving forward. Things are progressing for you at a rapid rate. So how do people from your past perceive you now? We have the Three of Swords. Rejection. There's a lot of rejection or heartbreak, disappointment when it comes to you. They perceive you as a heartbreaker. They know that if they were to circle back or try to reach out to you, you would reject them the same way that they rejected you. How do people from your past perceive you now? Just one card, please, Spirit. Ooh, Five of Swords. Ooh, okay, they're salty. Just like pile number one, they're salty. Five of Swords. They perceive you as a threat. You do have people from your past that perceive you as a threat to their image, a threat to their reputation, because they may have said some nasty things about you, and it's like it didn't turn out to be true because the reality of your life now does not reflect what they were saying about you. So you're definitely perceived as a threat. Somebody wants to cuss you out. How do people from your past perceive you? We have the Lovers. Your values are in alignment. You could be a Gemini here, don't have to be. We have Gemini, we have Aquarius, we have Leo and Pisces. Could be any of those signs. Don't have to be. Could be just in your chart, right? Because we all have the signs in our chart. So with the Lovers, your values are definitely in alignment. But with the Two of Cups, there's someone that keeps saying that you're the one that got away. You have an ex from maybe 10 years ago that is probably like still talking about you to his present girlfriend or wife or husband or boyfriend, whoever, right? They're still talking about you. Your name is coming up in conversation. And I feel like the person that they're with is like arguing with this person because they keep bringing you up, or maybe they still have a picture of you. How do people from your past perceive you now? We have the Five of Pentacles. Wow. Left out in the cold. Yeah, they perceive you as someone who will, like, there's an element of rejection here that is prominent, like is heavy in people's heart. They definitely perceive you as someone who had to work at it, go at it alone. You were struggling for maybe not necessarily a long time, but with the Five of Pentacles, you didn't get the support that you needed. Like, the support wasn't there. It wasn't extended to you. How do people from your past perceive you now? They perceive you as the Six of Pentacles, someone who is generous. You were extremely generous with these people. Now they're starting to see what you were giving to them, how you were overextending yourself for these people that were not even there for you. Yeah, Ten of Cups. They perceive you as like emotionally satisfying, like emotionally loving, like somebody. They perceive you as someone who has it all, though, with the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Somebody who has emotional satisfaction in your life, like you've reached a level of contentment. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do they perceive you now? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, there could definitely be a message for you in pile number one, because the Wheel of Fortune came out twice for pile number one, and then the Star came out for pile number one as well. So with the Wheel of Fortune, they perceive you as someone who is just lucky or is blessed, who has an anointment on your life. Because no matter what they've tried to do to you, no matter what they've thrown at you, you always manage to stand back up and get back on your feet. And things used to always, like, it seems to them from their perception that things fall on your lap. Just you don't have to try too hard. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? How do they perceive you now? How do they perceive you now? We have the Queen of Pentacles, independent, self-sufficient. I'm getting like self-made energy, competent, capable. How do people from your past perceive you now? Ooh, bounce. A natural born leader, self-starter, initiator. Okay. That's how they perceive you now. You're paving the way, like I said, with the Three of Wands. You're a trailblazer. That's how they perceive you now. A natural born leader. You are someone who takes initiative. You take charge. Okay, so how do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? We have the the World card. Okay, they perceive you as someone who is accomplished. You have a lot of experience, a wealth of knowledge under your belt. Okay, there's definitely an element of completion with you. You've made it in the sense where you've accomplished a milestone. That's what I'm getting here with the World card. Okay, so that's all I have for you, my pal number two. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video, pal number two. Bye. Hi, pal three. Welcome to my channel. This is Style Beauty Tarot back at you again with another video. So, my pal number three, you picked the Lion Eraser. And this is going to be your reading, okay? So, my pal number three, how do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? How do they perceive you now? Let's see. We have the Ace of Wands. Okay. There's a lot of attraction, sexual attraction. When it comes to you, my pal number three, they definitely perceive you as somebody who is bold, especially we have the line here. So maybe you could be a Leo. And if you are a Leo and it's your birthday today, happy birthday. Okay. So it's like fiery drive, determination. You're bold, influential here. So how do people perceive you? Two of Swords. I feel like people from your past haven't formed I've fully formed an opinion of you yet with the Two of Swords. There's an element of like people from your past not like being able to categorize you yet because there's so many aspects or so many avenues of you. So how do people from your past perceive you now? Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. They perceive you as someone who is capable, valuable, okay? Competent with the Ace of Pentacles. They definitely see your value now. They haven't seen it before. Now they see it for sure with the Ace of Pentacles. I'm also getting like people from your past may perceive you as someone who has who is financially stable, somebody who is grounded, somebody who is definitely valuable. Like your value is obvious to the people from your past now. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do they perceive you now? We have the Knight of Swords. They perceive you as a mentally engaged, energetic, quick, witty. You may have outsmarted somebody with the Knight of Swords. You could be bold in your communication, maybe mentally. There's definitely that mental agility and sharpness to you with the Knight of Swords that people from your past may have noticed about you, may have finally accepted about you. Okay, so you're definitely quick on your feet. So how do people from your past perceive you now? How do they perceive you? We have the Page of Pentacles. Sorry, the Page of Cups. So there's an element of vulnerability, softness, sensitivity that you may exude that people from your past may have picked up on or may have finally acknowledged about you, but you're very sensitive, creative, nurturing energy. People from your past may now feel like they didn't really know you like that. They may have like projected onto you their expectations of you, or like there's something about them not seeing the reality of you, but now they're seeing it with the Page of Cups, how sensitive, how nurturing, caring you actually are. How do people from your past perceive you now? Ooh, they perceive you as someone who's hard to please with the Four of Cups, like disinterested or disengaged with them now. Like the table have turned. When you wanted to engage with these people, when you wanted to be part of this people's lives or their circle, they felt like you were not good enough, or they looked down on you, or they felt like you didn't meet their standards or the requirements. So you're like, okay, well, I'm going to keep doing my own thing and move away from you guys because clearly I'm not in alignment with you. So I'm going to keep doing my thing. And now they're seeing that you're extremely valuable. You're someone who brings a lot to the table, but then you're not easily accessible anymore with the Four of Cups. You're not easily impressed. That's how they perceive you. Disinterested or disengaged. How do people from your past? We have the Eight of Swords. There's definitely there's an element of surprise here. So they're kind of shocked with your glow up. They're kind of shocked with your capabilities with the Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles, your drive and determination. So you kind of like invoke those feeling of anxiety, nervousness, feeling trapped or isolated. You may have isolated yourself from these people or like removed yourself from these people altogether. A lot of them don't have access to you, so they don't really know what's going on in your life. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? We have the Two of Cups. Like they perceive you as somebody who is in alignment, someone who is could have been like a great partner. So you do have somebody from your past or past friends that are reminiscing about like how you used to be so open, aligned with them, very I'm gonna cooperative, collaborative. That's how they perceive you, like someone that they could have built something solid with. You do have people from the past that are maybe now ready for a relationship, and a lot of them are could be in regret because they didn't take that chance with you. They didn't take that leap of faith with you. They didn't like take you seriously when they had access to you. And a lot of them, they're in an element of regret. Okay. So how do people from your past perceive you now? Page of Pentacles. And I did say Page of Pentacles. They perceive you as someone who is prudent with the Page of Pentacles. Hard to assess. I'm like assess. Access. Your access to you is limited. The access to you is not necessarily forbidden, but it's like access to you has been denied. They perceive you as someone who is very cautious with your energy. You're very capable. You're building something from scratch. You could be doing something that's from scratch, and a lot of people from your past are keeping up with it. So how do people from your past perceive you now? Just one card, please, Spirit. How do people from your past perceive you now? Ooh, defensive with the Seven of Wands, protective of your energy, feisty. Yeah, combative. Yeah, like you're standing your ground. Like you have put a boundary up with these people, like the people from your past, a lot of people from your past, okay? And you're upholding that boundary. So some of them, they have tried to message you, you block them. Some of them may have tried to call you if they still have your old number, or maybe you block them and they keep calling you from different numbers and you keep blocking them. Like you're upholding that boundary with the Seven of Wands. So they perceive you as being defensive or combative with the Seven of Wands, or standing your ground with the Seven of Wands. Like you're not playing, like you're defending your position, you're defending your territory, and you're not budging. So some of them, they may perceive you as like difficult or challenging with the Seven of Wands. How do people from your past? We have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups came out for all three piles. Okay, so wish fulfillment, like you get your heart's desire. You are highly celebrated, or yeah, there's an element of envy as well with the Nine of Cups. There's an envious energy towards you. They perceive you as wish fulfillment now. So a lot of people that are trying to circle back or trying to get back into your good graces are noticing that that access that they used to have, that little entry point that they had, is permanently closed, sealed, and locked down. Like there's no do over with you. So how do people perceive you now? So some of them, they may perceive you as being too strict. Ooh, very discerning with the High Priestess. Secretive. You're holding back, like you know more than you let on. You're very discerning with the High Priestess. That's how people perceive you now, like people from your past. Very discerning, highly aware. You know more. Like they may have done something or said something. They have thought that maybe you didn't catch it, but you did. You caught it. And they know that you are aware with the High Priestess. You know more. Like you're just keeping quiet. How do people perceive you now? How do people perceive you now? We have the Ten of Wands. So with the Ten of Wands, what I'm getting here, yeah, they perceive you as a challenge, as a burden, as an obstacle, okay? Difficult. That's how they perceive you, because you're not making it easy for them to access you again, to be able to come into your life, or to have some sort of like seat at your table. They know that with the Ten of Wands, you have become a challenge. You have become extensively difficult to manipulate. Okay. How do people from your past perceive you now? We have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. They perceive you as someone who is hardworking, someone who is dedicated, someone who is meticulous, disciplined. Okay. That's what I'm getting here. A lot of them, they're looking at your work ethics. You have amazing work ethics here with the Eight of Pentacles. Sorry about that, my pal number three. So as I was saying, with the Eight of Pentacles, the way that people perceive you now, they perceive you as someone who is dedicated, somebody who is hardworking, okay, someone who is meticulous. Okay, this is what I'm getting here with the Eight of Pentacles. You're being perceived as someone who is dedicated to your craft. So how do people from your past perceive you now? How do we have the Hangman? So with the Hangman, what I'm getting here, the way that people perceive you now, they perceive you as someone who is who thinks outside the box. You're different, okay? You're innovative. You have this different way of you of like conducting yourself. You see things from a different perspective. You open people's eyes to the possibility of life, or of what could happen. You're not limited to just what's going on around you. You're broad-minded. So how do people from your past perceive you now? Just one card, please, Spirit. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do they perceive you now? We have the Seven of Cups. They perceive you as someone who has created their own luck, because you seem to have multiple avenues, multiple aspects to you that you could utilize. Okay, multiple aspects that you could utilize with the Seven of Cups, based on your capabilities with the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, you've opened up different avenues, different ways of doing things, and you're not limited to one pathway. Okay, so they definitely perceive you as somebody who, like I said, created their own luck, somebody who's lucky. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? Just one card, please, Spirit. How do people from your past? We have the Knight of Wands. They perceive you as someone who is bold, somebody who is action oriented, somebody who is creative, okay, courageous, okay, someone who gets a lot of attention, somebody who takes initiative, who's not afraid to venture out into the unknown. And this is something that some people from your past actually admire about you, but also envy at the same time, because they don't have the guts, they don't have the grits to go after their goals, their dreams and aspirations. Okay, they just sit on the sideline and allow life to pass them by. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past? We have the Six of Swords. Emotionally and mentally disengaged with the Six of Swords. Like you are no longer invested in the past. You're no longer invested in things that happened to you. You're more focused towards the future. and your capabilities. This is what I'm getting here with the Six of Swords. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? The we have the Fool card. So with the Fool card, what I'm getting here, they perceive you as someone who walks to the beat of your own drums, somebody who is bold, somebody who is creative, okay? Someone who doesn't follow trends, who's a trendsetter with the Fool card. That's how you're being perceived right now. Some of them, they may perceive you as impulsive or foolish or reckless because the Fool takes leaps of faith without knowing if he's going to land on his feet, but he just trusts. He walks by faith and not by sight. So some people may perceive you as being foolish for trusting your own inner compass, okay? So how do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past perceive you now? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune came out for all three piles. Lucky, anointed, 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 blessed beyond measures. Okay, that's how people from your past perceive you now. They feel like things have turned for the better for you, like a turn of event, a fate, like a fated event happened for you, and now you are on top. You may have been at the bottom at some point, like not necessarily like you were down and like and out, but maybe you were in a lesser position or a more unfavorable position, and now you're at the top, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune. So how do people from your past perceive you now? They perceive you as a warrior with the Knight of Wands, as somebody who is resilient, determined, okay, somebody who is not doesn't give up easily, okay. This is what I'm getting here. They feel like you don't give up easily. You're someone who's always pushing for like the best that life has to offer you, and you're not willing to give up just because the going gets tough, okay. You're definitely resilient. How do people from your past perceive you now? We have Justice, okay. So with the Justice card, what I'm getting here, how the people from your past perceive you now is that you are someone who is balanced, someone who has high integrity. You could be a Libran here, don't have to be, but you have high integrity here with the Justice card. You are someone who operates in truth and fairness, and that's how people from the past perceive you now. Definitely with integrity, okay. You didn't cut corners, you didn't do something that was outside of like your own inner compass or your own moral code. How do people from your past perceive you? We have the Strength card. Didn't I say Leo? You're courageous, you're bold, you're sovereign, okay. You stay true to yourself. That's how they perceive you now. They know that you're everything that you're doing is because you want to do it. Nobody's forcing you, nobody is pressuring you. You're doing things in your own way, because we have the Fool. You walk to the beat of your own drums, okay. So how do people from your past perceive you now? We have the Knight of Cups, okay. Emotionally intelligent. There is this softness to you, because we also have the Page of Cups. So very soft, very loving, nurturing energy that you possess. That's how people from your past perceive you now. Just one more card, please. How do people from your past perceive you now? How do people from your past? We have the Tower. Ooh, impressive. Ooh, unrecognizable. You shook them. That's why the Two of Swords is here. Like they didn't know that you had it in you. Definitely impressive. Like you are not what they thought you were with the Tower. I have to hide the cards, right? Because of the nudity on it. But yeah, like with the Tower, like there's definitely that element of like people being shocked by the reality of you, being shocked by your capabilities, being shocked by what you were able to accomplish on your own. People are impressed. You're impressive. And a lot of them, they're having a hard time reconciling the idea that you are the same person that they knew. Like obviously like you've changed, you've evolved, but it's like they're impressed with the fact that you were able to accomplish so many things in a short period of time by detaching and removing yourself from these people and persevering. They didn't know that you had it in you. Okay, so that's all I have for you, my pal number 3. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in my next video, pal number 3. Bye.